Hey guys and gals, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Dystopia with myself, Lewis. I hope you're all brilliant and very well, as always. Now, I am currently doing some special operations, I'm going to call it special operations. Yeah, it sounds better that way, doesn't it? I've got my bandit stuff on, feeling pretty sneaky at the minute, and I think I'm looking it. Yeah, definitely looking it. While I'm down here, the last thing I want is to be seen, and I'm just doing a little bit of digging. So you're probably thinking, what I'm doing? Well, I'm going to tell you a little story before we jump into the big bits. I think that's a good way of doing it. We can summarize things that way and it just works a little bit better. So, I heard from some intel that I got not too long ago that the Americans had built under our base. They'd built a portal under our base. And I couldn't believe they did that. Couldn't believe they did that. That's unacceptable to be doing something like that. So I've taken it into my own hands that we're going to do something about it, and hence why I'm down here, and hence why my map is currently turned off and all of my waypoints are turned off. So kind of thought, hey, you know, they're going to do stuff like that. Well, we need to make sure that there's no way possible that these guys can go doing anything, you know, out of the ordinary than they already have done. So I want to kind of keep a leash on them a little bit. So I've decided what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bit of a, you know, a bit of a, make it a little bit safer for us. And, you know, I think that's going to be a good way of doing it. If we can make it a little bit safer, and that way we don't have to worry too much. And this is basically going to be a last resort trap that I'm setting up. So if everything really goes down the pan, and things aren't looking too good, then we're going to use this. So it's going to take me a minute to get set up. So why don't we have a look at some of the stuff that I recorded earlier today. So we made a little trip to the enemy base because I needed to scout things out for myself before I could decide how and where this was all going to get placed. So here you go. Let's jump back in time and have a gander, and we're going to have a little run around. Sounds good to me.
Oh.
Go.
Is the village gone? Oh no, it's still
Almost.
partially there.
So is this their main base?
Yeah.
I see what they have done.
That's their decoy base.
Yeah,
What if
they
they-
made
what
a
if they-
crevice.
Where's that down there? What have they set up?
Everyone make sure that you move fairly slowly so that if you get a warning from the MFFS system, you've got enough time to get out.
I take it taking that redstone torch is going to trigger whatever that is.
I know.
I
Oh,
don't
wait,
have a
how'd
clue
you,
where you guys are.
how'd you take it?
Just break it.
Is it? Oh. Anvil explosive, hello.
Take it. Are we allowed to
No,
take them?
no, I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah.
Of course I
Take it. Good. I'm proud of you.
Where'd you guys go? Did you go towards the decoy base?
We're going towards it now. We're just in the crater yeah.
Hey, my leaves are still here. I placed these when we went on that raid.
Okay.
So this is a decoy base, yeah?
Whoa, what?
Oh,
I take it the main one's underground.
Yeah, it's under the
Ow,
sand village over
fucking-
here.
Get away.
Yeah. I could take you in it. I know. I made a secret pathway.
I know
Yeah, but
it.
surely if they've got an MFS system around it, that's not a good idea.
Well, we get a warning, don't we?
That's if
Yeah.
they've set it to give you a warning.
Yeah, no, it has to give you a warning, I think.
Is
Before
it?
it kills you, yeah.
So we've got enough time to get in and get
No
out,
way of getting...
But we are not allowed to go in, that's the thing.
I suppose.
But this is their base, yeah?
Can I
Yeah,
kill their
under
cows?
here somewhere.
Underneath us.
Oh, they killed them already. We go take a look at their decoy base then.
Well done. Yeah, might as well. Due north.
Oh, hello.
Yep, you found it.
Come on.
Nothing.
Don't venture further in, do not.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
can't
sure
go
they've been
breaking
in our
no
base
rules.
anyway. They can't like miss being in our base.
Yep. Oh, they're truckers.
Where? Like, is there a secret door or something?
Here, come here.
I can't get down there.
Yes, you can. You just
no, I
stood
can't.
on the wrong blocks.
Oh yeah, this is where it was. I thought it was closer to the well.
Right.
What's the
Okay.
thing they've got out like in the middle of nowhere in the water?
That was like
That's
portals, wasn't it?
That's their nether portal, and some other random stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna
We might want to start making a this is it concrete or cement? Concrete. Yeah, concrete.
cement.
I thought
Well,
we were using obsidian.
Concrete seems harder.
Oh, so you lied to us.
No, I used concrete, but I blew it up in my test world. It disappeared within like 2 shots from a missile, but theirs lasted theirs lasted quite a while. They've set up buggy stuff. Oh well, their fault if they die. Oh, I'm inside their base, I should probably get that.
So this actually
honest-
isn't their base then.
This is the decoy.
All right.
I
this
want to
is
see
the
what rocket that is.
I like how there's just a random diamond chest in a room.
just. Ooh, that's the
I'm
only
on the
thing.
roof.
Oh,
Do not touch. I'm gonna look what rocket it is. Shall I change the coordinates on top of their base?
Nah, I don't think we can sabotage stuff yet. We can only
No.
look.
look but not touch. You're like in a museum. Museum? Museum.
I like how they've got a racetrack.
Yeah. Alright, what are we doing now?
Well, that's it. That's all I needed. I just need to know where it is before I start working on it.
Okay.
So the Americans believe that they have more tactical advantage than we do when it comes to military warfare. And this goes for nuclear presence, for armoured presence, everything like that. And it turns out they probably do. So I've been given a lot of intel to say that we're actually falling behind. Now, the one thing that they may have underestimated was, you know, I don't like to show everything on camera. Well, not everything, no. There are some things I like to keep off camera because I believe the intel it would raise would be damaging to ourselves. And the last thing I want to go and do is damage our military presence. So, like I say, I took it into my own hands and I've been doing some work. And I've been pretty busy. And I've managed to get my hands on a few things that I think might help us out. Now, we already know that things like antimatter and red matter are banned. We can't be using those. That's unacceptable to be using those. And they're just going to make really too much of a mess. There'll just be bits and bobs everywhere, hands and legs. It would be disgusting. So, the only thing that we really could use was nuclear devices, unless we wanted to go a little bit weird and go supersonic, which I decided really wasn't my thing. You know, I wanted to keep it old school, and what's better than just a good old nuclear bomb, right? What's better than a nuke? Now, they got a few of them, alright, so they got a few, and as far as everyone's aware, we haven't got any. We haven't got any nuclear warheads. Well, a little bit of a lie. Just a tad. Just a little bit of a lie. Now, the big thing that I had a problem with was thinking to myself, if I want to set up a safeguard for us, how would I do that if their base is halfway across the map? Well, I found a way of doing it. And I spent a long time in my test center, well, my test world as it may be, just trying to figure a few things out, because as far as I'm aware, there was no remote way to set off a nuclear explosive. Turns out there is. So let's jump to my test world, and I'll show you a few things that I was playing around with, and some bits that we came up with. And then we'll jump back here, and I think we'll wrap everything up. Sounds like a plan. Hello and welcome to my test world. This is where I like to make really big craters, and, you know, we just blow stuff up, basically, in the name of science. Now, you could say this is kind of, if we wanted to tie it into the story, I'm going to go down the route that this is my virtual reality world, in which I put on some goggles and I come here, and this is where I learn things. Yes, that is how we're going to put it for purposes of keeping the story going. Now, I had some problems. So, I wanted to use a remote detonator. This was the biggest thing. Now, the problems with remote detonators is they'll only link to particular things, and I also wanted to try out the radar station. Now, a few things that I've learned over the last few days is certain things do not show up on a radar station. Now, being this, I wanted to make sure that if I was to create something, then I don't want it found. Because what would be the point in that? So, let's go and set up a radar station quickly. And we're going to put down an energy cube. And I want to show you a few things. Now, if we go into here, we're going to bring out a battery. Sounds like a plan. There we go. And if I drop one of these into here, we're going to have a load of power. Everything's going to be good. Oh, that one. And now we're going to have loads of power going into this guy. There we go. So you can see safe zones 50 blocks, alarm range 100 blocks, 30 watts, blah, blah, blah. Radar is on. Good things are happening. Now, if there was to be certain missiles and things put around here, they're going to show up in the radar station as being around, and doing that is not a good thing. Now, we're going to put the safe zone down to 0 blocks, because I want it that way, and now I'm going to show you a few things. So if we take out a nuclear explosive, everyone seems to be thinking that it's acceptable to make nuclear bombs that are missiles, because, you know, they fire, they go a long way, and they blow stuff up, don't they? Well, the problem with missiles is they show on radars. They show on radars, which is horrible. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. But there is a way around this. So the way I found are these guys. The actual nukes themselves. You see? Nuclear explosive. There seems to be a small bug inside this at the minute that with the radar station it doesn't seem to be picking up these guys properly. Now I've tried it multiple times and sometimes it has picked it up, but 9 times out of 10 it doesn't pick it up. So there we go. Now that is the radar station picking up nothing. There we go. There's me, there's the radar station, but I see no nuclear bomb on the map. Now the second problem I came in involved was that you know, remote detonators do not work with these guys. Nope, they don't. So how are we gonna allow us to do this from such a distance that it's going to be within an area that's going to work? Now there is a way of doing this. There's a little secret and a way of doing this, and I'm going to show you guys because hey, it's already built, it's already there, so I don't have to worry about it. So what we did is I found that by using breaching explosives you can place these straight next to these guys, and then these guys can then be remotely locked this way. Now the only way of stopping me from being able to use this is with a what do you call it? I can never remember the name of these guys. It's not a signal disruptor. Let's go find it in the ICBM. So we had to use a EMP. That's the one, an EMP tower. So an EMP tower will stop me from using one of these guys, but we're going to be miles away. So what really matters? Nothing really matters because I'm going to be nowhere. I'm not even going to be close. I'm not even going to be close. So if we was halfway across the map and the enemy decided they wanted to attack, then my plan is that we can at least send them packing for a little bit, and we'll do that by activating this. By doing that, that's then going to go ahead and that's going to set off the nuclear explosive. Now this guy's going to work from absolutely anywhere on the map. There you go. And it makes quite a big explosion. Quite a big explosion. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. So I like to make it known that our nuclear presence is still available and not that we're, you know, completely rubbish. Because there seems to be talks at the minute that we have no nuclear presence. And I won't lie, we really probably haven't got that big of a nuclear presence. But I like to think that it's not about how many nuclear warheads you have or how big your guns are. It's all about how smart you are with using your nuclear weapons and how smart you are with using your big guns, I guess. So yeah, let's jump back to the main world. I think that's going to be a thing, and I will catch up with you guys any second now. So as you can see, I've been a little bit busy, you know, just preparing for the worst. And I think I've got us set up so we're actually in a slightly good position. Now, there's one last thing to do, and that's to throw down our breaching explosive, pow, and now we're pretty much set. The last thing to do is go ahead and put all the remote detonators on, so I'm going to go and do this. So there's that one, and 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 obviously I have to go and, blank out the coordinates for you, so you're not going to be able to see those. But they are all set, and they are all very much good to go. So one click of a button, and things are going to go ba-boom! Yep, that sounds like a thing. So I'm going to make my way out of here and back to the main base, and then I think I'm going to, share out the remotes and things, so that way if we ever get in a spot of bother, one click of a button, and everything is sorted. Sounds good to me. I'll be right back. Alright, so before we head over to 10 forward to, munch down and give out all of the remote controls, I thought it'd be good to show, what I've just done around the place as well, just to give you a good idea of where I'm at with the laboratory. Now, the first thing that needed to be made was to make this place a little bit more secure. So, luckily we had our MFS expert Dudart come in here, and he's managed to set us up now with a load of extractors, and he's put a security station down as well. So if we are to have any unwanted intruders, they'll be zapped, and all their gear will be thrown into this little chest for me. So, I don't know, it's kind of like swatting flies, isn't it? I'm hoping one day I'm going to come in here and I'll be able to get myself some free loot. You can only hope. Oh yes. Now, our fusion reactor is fully set up and operational at the minute it is running, and what we've actually managed to do is I've done a few things. So I've looped it round firstly, so it's going directly into this guy, and this way it keeps itself topped up, and you can see it draining down, and then it will kind of fly back up. Now you see 14, 13. It gets in more than it uses, put it that way. So I've never had it drop to 0, which is good. So it is maintaining itself. Now we also have a secondary line coming off of the fusion reactor, just going into these energy cells here. Now we've got 21 cells set up, and these are basically an energy buffer, because all these guys are taking energy. You can see here that we've got energy going into it, and these are being sent out now via these tesseracts to people's bases. So obviously we have multiple bases, and all those guys are now supplying power via the fusion reactor, which is a good way of doing it. The only thing that was left was to automate the guy, which we're pretty much halfway there. I'm just waiting for Sento to finish it off, because I don't really want to go doing it, because I think Sento is doing that stuff in his videos. But we now have a applied energistics setup in here doing pretty well, and what I've managed to do is I've got the chemical extractor. Sento was pretty handy, and he put in a export bus, so we have constant empty cells going in there, and I put in a import bus, so it then sends the cells directly into the applied energistics system. So we have 358 deuterium cells in there. The next thing for him to do is to go ahead and have them sent directly into the fusion reactor down here, hence why we have this little area. So at the minute we can see we have one in there, so we're almost out, but that was a full stack, and we found out really around about half a stack produces just over 100,000 Minecraft joules per tick for each of the energy cubes, bearing in mind the 20 are the ones that are full, because this is kind of just a it just sends them out to the actual energy cubes. So really we're getting more power than we actually need, which is good. So this whole system can be continuous and keep running as long as the liquid's in there, and nothing goes wrong and nothing is sabotaged, and they end up breaking these guys, which would be the worst thing that could happen. But we got defenses against that, so we're pretty, we're set up pretty well. And we're doing all the things now, which is quite nice. At the minute, unfortunately, I haven't got much uranium because I've used it all for something. But yeah, this is all bypass stuff. But my main uranium doesn't sit in here anymore. It's going to go to my secondary base. But for the time being, at least we've got this set up and running, which is good. So that way we're going to not run out of deuterium. We'll be able to keep this guy going, which is beautiful. Okay, right, so I think that's pretty much it for here. In the next episode, we'll go to my secondary base and I'll show all that off. I don't think I've shown it on... yeah, I don't think I've shown it on a video yet, so you'll find that quite intriguing, I hope. But last but least, let's make our way to 10 forward and give everyone their remotes. Oh yes. Alrighty, we're back, and I've set up everyone's chests down in the Do Cave, or is that what you've decided to call it now?
Do Cave, Dark Cave, it's one of them.
Yeah.
What do you think's better, Colonel?
Major Dude's Laboratory of Wonders.
Okay, Do Cave it is.
It sounds like you need some like a chocolate river or something with that. So I've decided to do it down here purely for the reason that we have a MFS security station set down here. So if anyone was to come down here, then they would be instantly zapped. I was going to put up around where the actual T center is, and I decided that that's a bad idea because anyone could just wander in, have a cookie and get get control of a very large amount of nuclear explosives. Ow! Got stuck in a wall.
and worse than that, Cadet Well Done Toast may accidentally push the button just to see what it does.
Yeah. So if you guys want to take your explosives, and then I'm going to, or your controllers, and obviously don't let these fall into enemy hands. So these are a last resort. If anything goes completely wrong, push the button and say goodbye.
Oh. So how do I trigger the device?
Literally hold it and click it.
Okay.
Right click.
I'm not holding
Yeah.
it anymore.
So don't click it.
It's in my inventory.
I'm going
That's
to put it
it.
in my bag.
But I'm not going to disclose to anyone the location of this. The whole time I've done it, I've had my radar and everything set off. And I'm not even going to tell you guys where it is either. So,
Well done, Lieutenant. Well done.
well, you'll know where because of the coordinates on it, but just don't go there.
There are many, many nukes there, yes?
There's a few, maybe more than 10.
I will not be going there.
That's enough for a big hole, then, I guess.
It's a fairly large hole, yeah, quite a big one.
Good, good.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to leave this one here, and then actually no, I think there's one last thing we should do. Do you guys want to join me upstairs before I wrap this one up?
Okay. Beam me up, Scotty.
Because in the last episode, I asked all my viewers for something, and Dudot knows what's coming.
Oh no.
Yeah, I asked my viewers for something, and they actually did it. They went to Dudot's channel, and they demanded biscuits, because I wanted biscuits. It's the one thing I require. It's the only thing I need, really, to win the war, the biscuits. And Dudot, he made me biscuits. You put him in a little box, didn't you?
Yeah.
Lewis biscuits keep out. And we got a massive assortment. We got rich tea, chocolate digestives, nice biscuits. Is there such thing as a nice biscuit?
Yeah, they're square ones. They've got nice printed on the top of them. Have you not seen those before?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling in like a sharing mood. So does anyone want a biscuit?
I'll have a biscuit.
It's probably the only time you're going to get to have one. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
So you got bourbon, Garibaldi, Jammy Dodger, custard, nice, party rings, chocolate digestives, and there's 2 rich teas because I love rich teas. And I'm having
Yeah, I heard. Well, you told me that they're your favourite, so I thought I'd make you 2.
yeah.
A bourbon for me.
A bourbon. Oh, a bourbon. All right, 1 bourbon and Dudot.
I want the Jammy Dodger.
You want? Oh, you're a bit of a Jammy Dodger man.
I'll give it a bash.
There we go, Nemson. 1 bourbon
Oh, thank you.
and 1 Jammy Dodger.
Thank you. I was just trying to sprint and jump around a bit to get some hunger going. There we go. I've got it.
Have you got it? Is it good? Hold on, I'm a bit hungry. Oh no, here we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, I like this. We can all sit down and just have a biscuit.
Yeah.
So long as we don't get stuck in the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get stuck in the table.
Yummy.
Yum, 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 yum.
What a brilliant end to an episode.
Cheers.
All right, guys. Well, we see you soon for another episode. Make sure you go and check out everyone's channels and go onto the enemy base and tell them we some intel because I need to know what's going down. And let me know if they find my my secret. I don't think they're going to, but you never know. It could be interesting. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
This